Hey Scrubs, it's Retro, and as you can tell from the title of this video and the hopefully groovy intro, today we're going to be looking at a mod called Skyrim At War, which adds some much needed flesh onto the bones of the Civil War in Skyrim, and really just sort of give it a nice kick up the arse and increase the emergent gameplay, as well as the amount of visceral combat and dynamic combat that's going on in Skyrim. Right, so what does this mod add? This mod comes in two flavors. Firstly, you've got the standard option, which is essentially the full mod as it was intended, and then you have the light option, which basically cuts everything in half. I'm using the full option. I've got some absolutely beastly graphics mods and setups, and it ran like butter. I was absolutely blown away at how efficiently this mod works and handles that many actors as well. It adds in over 2,000 soldiers that will march through Skyrim and engage each other in deadly combat. It really spices up the Civil War, and even if you're not involved in the Civil War, it will just make that backdrop of a nation thrust into chaos, rebellion, civil war, it will just really give that a nice kick up the jotter, because even if you're not getting stuck into either side, as you're venturing around, doing your Dragonborn, collecting coins for the Khajiit shit, you will notice these skirmishes there. And it's not like you'll see one or two here and there. It's not like the closest thing that comes to mind is something like NPC Just Travel. Excellent mod. I really enjoy that one. But unlike that one, where you would occasionally see patrols of 3 or 4 types of a faction get stuck in with another group or some bandits or enemies, here there will be small skirmishes and larger battles all over the shop, and it's pretty awesome to see. And before this video starts, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button and turn on notifications to know exactly when I upload, and become a scrub. Join the Discord today. We need you. Winky face. Nudge nudge. Now that's out of the way, on with the video. Now, once you've downloaded the mod, if you start a new game, you'll notice the changes immediately. If you are using a current save or a save in progress, you need to wait indoors for 2 weeks. That's 14 days, people. God, I'm good at maths. So once that's complete, you will notice the patrols engaging each other and patrolling across Skyrim, all different holds. And so the main bulk will be Imperial and Stormcloak. However, there is a third faction also patrolling, and it is the Forsworn, as you may have seen in the introduction for this video. Now, the Forsworn, I don't think they have that many patrols. I haven't seen many unless I've gone into the Reach looking to grab some Forsworn booty. However, Legion, Stormcloak, they will be everywhere. So let's talk about the patrols a little bit. The patrols will essentially move through all the main roads and thoroughfares of Skyrim. You'll often see them walking the roads outside of main villages, towns, cities, so such as Solitude. Dragon's Bridge turns into a right bottleneck, an absolute, just pure meat grinder. Saving Private Ryan, Nord Edition. So fortifications along the roads, such as neutral forts, will now be controlled by Civil War soldiers. Defensive walls around cities such as Solitude and Windhelm, also Whiterun, will be massively bolstered by these troops. Each usually has an extra 20 or so troops at the front gates, on the walls, on the battlements. This is so that if a patrol engages that city, they don't get absolutely rolled over by the patrol that has arrived. As well as each city gate getting an extra 20 plus soldiers, so do the forts, so it gets pretty hectic. Finally, with the patrols, they do respawn. I think it's got I want to say 3-day cooldown before the patrol will respawn. Also, if they're getting absolutely shafted, they will turn and run and regroup. They won't just stand and die if they can. If they see an opportunity and they start getting pasted, they will try and hightail it out of there. The patrols come in 3 varieties. You have Scout Patrol, which is 5 to 7 soldiers. That might be quite lightly armored troops and some ranged units. You have a Squad, which is 9 to 13 soldiers, which is the most typical. And then you have an Army, which is 16 to 22 soldiers, and they will really punch a hole in enemy formations if they come across them. Now, an army will be led by a commander. While the commander is alive and on the battlefield, that army will have a nice buff to attack and defense. So it's very tactical to snipe out their leader. Spank that ass. Okay, so how'd you get started with leading your own troops? Well, as I said, the patrols will spawn as soon as the game is booted, if it's a new save, or after 2 weeks, if it's an existing save. If you want to lead your own troops, you need to progress the Civil War quest line to the Battle of Whiterun. Now, no matter what side you're on, this battle needs to be completed. Once that is done, you'll have a soldier you can speak to in either Castle Dower or the Palace of Kings, if you're Stormcloak bastards. Skyrim is not for the Nords. Take that. Upon speaking to the soldier in either Palace of Kings or Castle Dower, you can tell them that you want to assemble the men. Now, as you're only the first rank of command, you'll only have a small unit of about 6 soldiers. This can increase all the way up to 22 soldiers following you, so you can have a proper, thick warband. That'll get pretty hectic. You can just sort of imagine the sort of situations you can come across if you see 2 patrols duking it out and then you get stuck in with your 22 guys. It's going to be blood and guts everywhere. A lovely barbecue. But Retro, how do I command my troops? I'm glad you asked. Okay, so this is the initial band you get to control. I have the rank of Questor now that I've completed the Battle for Whiterun. So once you do that, you get a letter that appears and it's delivered by the courier. And what that letter essentially allows you to do is, well, once you gain the rank of Questor after the Battle of Whiterun, you can speak to an Imperial scout leader in Castle Dower in Solitude, and you can ask him to ready the men. Once you do so, he and a small band of Imperials, legionaries, will follow you. What is that sound that's driving me absolutely nuts? I want to stop that now. Come over here. He and a band of Imperials will follow you out of the city, and you can give them some basic orders. So, as you can see, I've got the mod on which adds names for everyone. Let's find, where is he? I think it's, here we go. Simple Mogans is what he's called for me. If you stand still for a minute, here we go. So there's a range of different options, such as battle formations, hold your position here. If you press that, the boy's going to hold position here. They've drawn their equipment. Very interesting to note, if you have archers in the group, then they function slightly differently as well. You can have it set up so that when the group engages, the archers will stay put and fire, kind of like turrets. They'll basically just stay. They won't hug tightly to you. Now, these boys will post up here, so I can go and say, if I wanted to sneakily take out Silent Moons over there, I could do so. However, you get these boys back. Actually, yeah, we will go clean Silent Moons out. Let's move out.
Yes, sir.
Let me just very quickly show you the other options. I know we haven't got any archers in the party. However, I did see a patrol of literally, it was about 20 Imperial archers, and they just absolutely rinsed a Stormcloak patrol. So let's have a look. Yeah, so battle formations, hold your position here. So that's basically ready up and wait for an engagement, or wait here. Don't worry about this. This is from my follower framework. So when we attack, everyone stays close in tight formation. Now that includes archers. What this basically means is when you engage the enemy, every single unit under your command will bunch up. When we attack, everyone spread out and engage independently. That's basically vanilla sort of pathing for enemies and things like that. I need you and the rest of the soldiers to fall back to HQ. So Simple will take the men back to Solitude, and you can recruit them again from there. It's the same if you're Stormcloak. Oh, dirty Stormcloak. You'll recruit them from Palace of Kings in Windhelm. Archers hold your fire when we regroup. So what happens is, when you draw your weapon, the soldiers will engage in whatever manner you have configured here. So we've got one. When I engage, they should stay relatively close to me. If I clicked on this one, when we attack, everyone stay in close tight formation. That includes archers as well. I don't really want that one. So what I want to do is make it so that when we engage, archers would stay at the back. When we attack, archers fire at will, everyone else stay in tight formation. That means that they'll essentially act as like a bodyguard and they'll stay right on my tail. That's great for punching into an enemy unit. I will take that, and then I've currently got it set up so that when we regroup, the archers will continue to fire. If you toggle this, then when they regroup, archers and ranged units such as mages, if you have mages in the party, will not fire when you regroup. That's good for if you don't want to get stuck in there, if you don't aggro, you can just call the boys over, regroup by putting your weapon away. They'll follow you over, and that way no ranged units are going to get you into trouble. Let's attack Sire Moon's camp. Enemies, draw. Excellent, we've got the archers shooting there. Now these guys are staying close to me, yeah? Kind of like little ducklings, aren't they? Archers are sort of going up there. Right, so they're in attack mode. If I put my sword away, they should regroup on me. Yep, you can see them all rushing down now. Except for one that's like aggroed. Okay, so now draw. Nice. Spilled his guts all over the floor. Now, beside commanding the troops, and obviously as I said before, the size of your party and the composition will increase and vary based on where you are in the Civil War quest line. And at certain points you'll get a much bigger cohort following you, eventually be quite formidable. These guys are not protected, they can die very easily, and when they die, your troop will essentially be weakened. So here we are in the Reach, hunting for some Forsworn to engage. Here we go. Here we go, Legionaries getting stuck in now. Jesus. I love how he stabbed him in the head and his guts popped out. Excellent. And you can see now the patrol's coming over. It's quite a big patrol. Oh, Jesus Christ, that is a big patrol. Alright, so we need to come this way now. And it looks like one of ours has fallen over here. Yeah, we've lost a man. That's bad news. So as you can see, the Legionaries are quite strong. One Legionary against an awful lot of Forsworn. However, this might be our match. Okay, now, weapon away, regroups, pulls them back to me. Obviously that guy's engaged, but the archers have come over here, which is excellent. We can run up here. Oh, Jesus, there are quite a few of them. Now, when soldiers from this mod go down, there we go, block that. Sorry, I've got an arrow block mod on. I just wanted to see if it was working. When soldiers from this mod go down, they should go into a bleed out state instead of just dying straight away. That is so that when there is a big battle, there will be a period at the end where soldiers are essentially just being executed by the enemy team. Just grisly in itself. As you can see, there are an awful lot of Forsworn here. My Legionary is doing well. Jump up here. So we've carved our path through here. I assume they, yeah, they dropped another one. Just absolutely bloody destruction. It's not over yet. So we attacked that Forsworn patrol with, I want to say, about 7 Legionaries and myself. Very difficult fight. It's actually me, Simples, and the high elf Carter that's still alive.
You need something? I am happy to help if I can.
Yeah, how about you stand up? Yeah, we cut a bloody swath through this patrol. Now the patrols will respawn. Here we go. The patrols will respawn. I think it's every 72 hours they'll respawn in game and start their patrol again. Got that guy's throat torn out. Overall, right now, I'm having a massive amount of fun with this mod. I can't see it leaving the load order anytime soon. I plan to do, I'm going to call it a mini-series. It's going to be, I'm going to aim for less than 10 episodes to complete the Civil War questline with this mod activated as a Legionary Commander. I'm going to have some other mods on as well, such as Open Civil War. So there's a bit of back and forth instead of just the player deciding where we're going to fight. The AI will also push back and try and take out strategic locations. Also, I'm using Nordwar UA's new Legion retexture along with Signifier banners. If you've enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe. If you see anything you like, ask me a question or in the comments, or consider joining the Discord. We're always looking for new bodies in there. Let me know if you've enjoyed this. This has been quite a long video for a mod showcase, but I've had a lot of fun making it. Like, subscribe, join the Discord. If you're on Twitch, follow me on there. Spank my ass. Give me a cookie. Have a good day. Peace.